Well, clearly there is a movement towards ESG. I think that if you if you dwell on industry data, it suggests that something like 8 trillion out of $44 trillion that's professionally managed in the U.S. now has some sort of an ethical overlay. When you peel that onion back a little bit, though, you realize, okay, well, there's a lot of faith-based money in there. There's endowments, there's pensions, and that's a little different from sort of how this relates to an RIA or to a family that's a client of an RIA. I think there is clearly a movement towards ESG. I think that it is becoming more and more important to families, certainly to women, certainly to millennials. We are starting to see a recognition in the marketplace that ESG does not need to imply, nor should it imply, underperformance. And I think that's an important issue because 10 years ago, ESG didn't exist, right? So what was available to clients that, or who wanted to incorporate their values into their public equity facing investment portfolios was something called socially responsible investing. It's also known as SRI. And generally speaking, SRI does a number of things very well, including shareholder activism and social diligence. But I would say that the reputation that the industry ended up earning was one associated with underperformance in exchange for values alignment. The whole SRI approach to managing money was really based on negative screening. ESG, on the other hand, while sometimes employing negative screens, is primarily sort of taking SRI and turning it on its head, because what we're really looking to do is we're looking to identify those companies that actually are doing a good job of managing risk, irrespective of the industry that they're in, and building a portfolio around that. So it's a different approach, and I think more and more clients understand intuitively the problems that the world faces, would like to be doing more with their capital to try and get aligned, and are starting to understand that actually the process of getting aligned with values actually leads to better risk management, which leads to, in the long run, the potential for better financial performance to begin with. So that's sort of I think that is the trend, and I think that the trend is rapidly gaining momentum in the United States. In the next 8 years, 24 to 30 trillion dollars is going to pass from baby boomers to their millennial, and in some cases, Gen X or even Gen Z children. And I think that process is going to unleash a massive demand for investment products that aren't, traditional index funds at 8 basis points, but rather, how do I incorporate what I care about into my investment portfolio? And so I think that process is beginning, and I think that actually has a profound impact potentially on the financial advisor community. So we're really excited about what's going on in the ESG space. It shouldn't be a scary thing for financial advisors. All it really is an additional layer of risk management on top of traditional approaches to portfolio construction.